Oh well, hello, and welcome to 4D Lifestyles of the Free and Famous. You know, so many of you contacted us asking for more information about our bucket toilet system, so we decided, hey, why not get involved with that this episode? Come on inside, let me show you around. What we've got here is a composting toilet made out of bamboo scraps and building scrap materials. The only thing we bought was the toilet seat. So let me break it down for you folks. What you need for a bucket toilet system, number one thing, is a bucket. Grab that bucket, figure out how you want to sit on it. Now that's none of my business how you want to sit on it. We just personally went with the conventional route of getting a toilet seat. Now, you're ready to take your poop. You gotta poop, you go ahead, you sit down. I'm even gonna really show you guys how it works, okay? You sit down. I'm not gonna take off my pants, so forget about that. This is just a learning instrument. You sit down, you're taking your poop, okay? And then you're like, oh great, I get to actually look at it because it's in a bucket. It doesn't just sink to the bottom. That's a bonus. Let's just talk about that for a second. So next step is you grab a handful of carbon. This carbon is our carbon of choice. It's sawdust. You can use sugar canes, coffee bean hulls, straw hay, whatevs. You just want to cover up your poop really, really good with that carbon, and it makes it so it doesn't smell. So, you gotta poop again. You come back, you poop. Guess what, guys? You can even pee in there because the composting pile likes moisture. So you poop, you pee, you add your carbon. You poop, you pee, you add your carbon. You poop, pee, carbon, poop, pee, carbon, poop, pee, carbon, poop, pee, carbon. Your bucket's full, and that's when I hand it over to my one true love, Talbot. Talbot, what happens when the bucket's full?
Well, I have been bestowed with the honor and privilege of emptying our bucket. You can see our bucket's nice and full right now. Like Lula said, it's just sawdust on the top, alright? So what I'm going to do is I take this bucket right on out of here, and I take it just right over to my compost pile over here.
Does it smell, Talbot?
No, doesn't smell at all. This is a bucket full of poop, and it doesn't stink.
Not one whiff of odor at all. I could hang out here all day.
The reason why it doesn't stink is carbon is the key. You can see I've already put other carbon covering it, and that's what you want to do. I've used sugar cane, I've used coffee hulls, and I've used sawdust, and it's totally covered, creating a biofilter to keep that odor down. So that's what I want to do with this as well. So I put my bucket out here. This is the only kind of messy part of the whole thing. As long as you have that carbon handy, you can just cover it, and any of that stench that for a temporary time you experience goes right away, all right? In this pile, I put my kitchen scraps and our poop, all right? The reason why we want human manure is it contains thermophilic bacteria, or fungi, all right? Thermophilic bacteria are bacteria microorganisms that exist at a very high heat, all right? This is 2 months of 4 people's kitchen scraps and poop, all right? Now you're going, oh my God, that's a little big. Where am I going to put all this? Well, it stayed about this level the whole time. You can see it raises up when I first add to it, but through the rains and things settling, it goes down, and the thermophilic bacteria are in there, and they got a stronghold, and so they're just going to move up through the whole pile and keep eating down and keep pulling this thing lower. Those pathogens are going to be killed right away, but anything that's lingering around after a year of aging, it's going to be perfect soil. And well, I'm going to go ahead and use this right on my garden, all right, to grow food that I get to eat, which is going to create kitchen scraps as well as more human manure to create this cycle again. Ever since I've built this composting toilet, I will hold my poop if I'm in town. It's just about changing your mind from your poop being waste to your poop being a resource. It's black gold, all right? People pay a lot of money for this.
Bonus round, I just want to say that I really like to drink water. I don't want to poop in my water. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. to poop in water, send it to a place, put a bunch of chemicals in it,
And a bunch of money.
And send it out into the rivers or into the oceans, when I can just keep my poop right where it started and put it back into the earth and grow some food with it.
Pick up the Humanure Handbook, alright? This thing is chock full of good information on how to do this. I want to see everybody in the world composting their poop.
See you on the next level.